slaughtered whilst mentioning the statement, and on another without this happening. We took small pieces of the samples according to the technique and placed each one in a mixture of 10% Dettol solution so as to sterilize the whole surface and avoid the accusation that microbiological pollution had resulted from germs surrounding the surface. After an hour of soaking, we took these samples of the calf and chicken and placed them in a thioglycolate solution. After which, they were stored in a heater for 24 hours. The first event of note was that there was no observable microbiological growth at all in any of the meat pieces over which the divine state had been pronounced, so that the solution appeared disinfected and clear. As for the chicken and the calf slaughtered without the statement, a significant increase in germs was seen in the thioglycolate solution, which seemed to be turbid. After 24 hours, we removed some of these cultures and place them in 3 solid culture solutions. After 48 hours, it was noticed that the cultures, which contained the samples on which Allah's name had been pronounced, were completely sterilized. That is, they had a sterility of more than 99%. As for the samples over which the divine statement was not mentioned, a great abundance of microbiological growth could be seen.
First, we noticed on the blood-based agar solution a great growth in germs, especially the Staphylococcus, which dissolves the blood in addition to the Streptococcus, which also performs this function, and many other kinds of gram-positive cocci. We also noticed in the second solution a great increase in gram-negative bacteria, such as the E. coli, bacilli, and E. coli. As well as this, there was a significant increase in the solution of EMB. As for the samples on which Allah's name was mentioned, there was no noticeable microbiological growth at all, neither in the blood-based agar solution, nor in the EMB solution or nutritive agar solution.
With the unaided eye, there was a noticeable difference between the meat over which Allah's name had been pronounced and the other samples concerning their color. The first was of a light rose hue, whilst the other was a dark bluish red. These are tisular plagues related to sections of cow meat. This is the meat over which the words Allah is greater was pronounced. It was kept tisularly in profile plaques. This is the flesh over which the statement was not mentioned. There are other plaques of bird flesh. The one pointed at is the meat over which the divine statement had been said. Its color is light and clear, whereas the meat over which these words had not been said is a darker color than the first. This is a tisular section under the microscope. The one on the right is cow meat over which Allah's name was pronounced. It's noticed that no phlogistic cells were found in it, and there are only a few red cells. This section belongs to the meat over which the statement was not said. There are phlogistic cells and a large number of red cells. This is a section of chicken meat over which the statement had been said. We can see in this picture the rarity of the phlogistic white cells and red cells in comparison with the tissue of the meat over which such words had not been pronounced.
Thus, we conclude that the effect of pronouncing Allah is greater is miraculous, and this reality will cause scientific astonishment. How does this carcass over which the words were said have meat that is sterilized, whereas the blood of the carcass over which Allah's name wasn't said remains within?